This hour on WMNH is sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 5 Dartmouth Drive in Auburn. They serve all your business needs, including employee benefits planning, corporate design and business administration, investments and wealth management, and customized business insurance solutions. Their phone number is 866-841-4600 or on the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.
Bring your kitchen to life with Queen City Cabinetry, located at 87 Elm Street in the historic Sunbeam Mall in Manchester. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They can be reached at 603-222-2007 or on the web at queencitycabinetrynh.com. Come see the possibilities. Queen City Cabinetry, another proud sponsor of WMNH.
Clemento's Pizzeria, family friendly, awesome for a date night. Clemento's Pizzeria. For delivery, call 603-782-8450. Clemento's Pizzeria, the best pizza in town. 1875 South Willow Street in Manchester, New Hampshire. Best cocktails around. Come in as friends and leave as family.
Come on down to the Hop Knot at 1000 Elm Street, Manchester's premier craft beer and gourmet pretzel bar. Tell us more, Trudy.
We make our dough fresh every day. We make a variety of styles of pretzels and serve craft beer, cocktails, and a few bottles of wine. We do the traditional pretzel, and we have multiple flavors for that. We also do stuffed pretzels, pretzel sandwiches, free dessert pretzels, and pretzel knots.
The Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan Plaza at 1000 Elm Street.
You are listening to WMNH-LP, Manchester's radio, broadcasting at 95.3 megahertz frequency modulation from the top of 1000 Elm Street. Our studios are located at 1045 Elm Street and licensed to Manchester Public Television Service in Manchester, New Hampshire, USA. Contact us by email at WMNH953@gmail.com or through our website at WMNHradio.org.
Strangers in my hallways, peaceful dreams are swimming in my head.
This little thing, she's been on my mind. Try to see her, but she says she ain't got the time. I'm losing my brain past couple of days. When I called her, she said she's with what's his name. He's a dead man. He's a dead man. So I finished my cigarette and I slammed my beer. Gonna find out where you're at, 'cause I know you ain't around here. So I ran to my truck and I reached in the back. I grabbed them leather gloves and that wooden baseball bat. He's a dead man. Yeah, he's a dead man. Headed to your house about 3:30. I walked inside to the shotgun one scene. Said, what are you doing, girl? You know you're supposed to be with me. Then he stood up real fast, but I knocked him to his knees. And I said, you're a dead man. You're a dead man. Oh, oh. Sleeves and I wiped my brow. After the beating was done, a hush fell over the house. Said, what are you doing, boy? You know that is my kin. Said, what do you mean, girl? Just where have you been? Said, try to tell you this before, but you just wouldn't believe. Mama kicked him out, and now this is where he sleeps. So you better get running, boy, 'cause the cops will be on their way. Pulled out her tribe, and this is what I heard her say. Said, you're a dead man. You're a dead man. Yeah, I'm a dead man. Yeah, yeah, I'm a dead man. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Everybody, welcome. Here we go. It is that time again. Matt Connarton Unleashed and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. And hello to all of our online listeners across the nation and around the globe. You can go to my website, mattconnarton.com, for all of your live streaming options, social media links, contact info, show archives, etc., etc. Today is Thursday, February 2, 2023, 2/2/23. Welcome, everybody. And a couple things I do want to remind you tonight. Our amazing sponsor, who had a very successful grand reopening last week. Tonight is Trivia Night at the Hop Knot, hosted by the great Bill Cini. He does trivia Wednesday mornings on the morning show with Peter White, and then Thursday nights you can catch him at the Hop Knot, or the Knot, as I think the kids call it. And but he's going to be doing that a little bit later now, 8:30. You know, they changed their hours. Now they open at 4 p.m. instead of noon during the week. Weekends is still noon. But during the week, it's 4 p.m., but they're open later, too. Instead of closing at 10, they're closing, I think, at midnight. So Bill Cini will be doing the trivia a little bit later there, starting at 8:30. Make sure you call ahead if you want to reserve a spot. Those spots do fill up very, very quickly. Lots going on today. We have a busy show. I think our friend Eazy-G is going to be calling in shortly to do an entertainment report. And then coming up in the second hour today, that song you just heard a moment ago, that's called Dead Man. And that guy's got a hell of a voice, doesn't he? Well, we get to meet him in a little bit. Taylor Hughes is going to be here with us in the second hour, and I believe he's bringing his not his electric guitar, his acoustic guitar, and he's going to be playing live for us in studio. So look forward to that, and we will talk, and we'll talk about how we connected and how Jenny booked him through a friend, and we'll get into all of it. But yeah, Jenny's been booking a lot of great guests. We also played Sepsis to open the show today, Eyes of Empathy, which is my favorite song from Sepsis. And Jenny's been talking to them about getting further involved in the next Swarmy Fest, the second annual Swarmy Fest that will be, we'll obviously talk about that much, much later when it gets much, much closer. But lots of good things happening, so very exciting. Also, today is the first Thursday of the month, which means immediately following this program, I will be grabbing my cell phone and calling into the Dr. Kevin Show, as I do the first Thursday of every month. And that streams online on the Ohm Times Radio Network. That's Ohm, O-M as in Ohm, ohmtimes.com. And you can listen to that. Dr. Kevin and I, the first Thursday of every month, we spend the hour from 6 to 7 p.m. talking about politics and current events. So for those of you, if you get to the end of today's show and you go, oh my God, I need more Matt Connarton. I'm not done. I need another hour of Matt Connarton. You can hear me on the Dr. Kevin Show tonight. As long as you don't mind sharing me with Dr. Kevin, that is an option for you. So, and if you don't get a chance to listen to it live, of course, it'll be in the archive at their website, ohmtimes.com/IOM. So lots going on. Also tomorrow, very busy day. Fridays are very busy here at WMNH. We've got, after this, while we have this program, we're going to have a musical guest tomorrow, too. Huey the Gecko is going to be joining us in the second hour. Really looking forward to that. That's going to be fun and probably a little odd. His music is unconventional, shall we say, but I like it. I think it's cool. So really looking forward to that, meeting him. And then, of course, after that, we've got Granite State of Mind, hosted by the great Rob Azevedo. And then tomorrow night from 8 to 11 p.m., it's Retro Spectrum Radio with Paulie C. And I have the honor and privilege, along with DJ Steve, of being, I have the privilege of being one of Paul's co-hosts on that show. And this week, we have the mutual privilege of being joined by Mike from Queen City Cabinetry, another one of our great sponsors here at WMNH 95.3. Mike will be with us. It'll be his first time appearing on any of the shows here at the station. So that'll be a lot of fun. So that is tomorrow night, as it is every Friday from 8 to 11 p.m. So lots going on around here. But like I said, today, you know, we've got Eazy-G's entertainment report. He's been very patient. We've had to put him off, but it's been busy. And then, of course, in the second hour, like I said, we will have, of course, Taylor Hughes joining us in studio. If you would like to join us, the phone line is open, 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. You can also text me at 617-917-4476, tweet me at Matt Connarton, or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. And, of course, you can interact and opine in the Facebook live chat. But don't bother calling because Eazy-G is already on the line. Hello, sir.
Hey, I don't know if you got that message. I just messaged you a few minutes ago about breaking news.
I am aware, yes. Leapin' Lanny Poffo, also known as the Genius, and of course the brother of Macho Man Randy Savage.
Macho Man's brother, right?
Yes, he has passed away at the age of 68.
Yeah, I'm guessing they'll have a little tribute tomorrow, but I don't think on SmackDown. But I don't think there's going to be 10 bells. Is my guess.
Probably not. He hadn't been.
But a little tribute, a little tribute, beginning of the show or end of the show, 2 or 3 minute video. I'm sure they're working on it now. He's a Hall of Famer, apparently.
We have a question right out of the gate regarding that.
Right.
Scott Robinson in the chat says, regarding wrestling in a broader sense, Scott is asking Matt for Swarmy Fest. Will it feature the Hulkster? Oh, at Swarmy Fest, the Hulkster and Scott will be challenging you and Texas Mike in a steel cage match. So apparently that's already been booked. I wasn't aware of this. Did you know that?
I don't know about that. It's not on my entertainment list.
It's happening. You're locked in. And by the way, did you know who the special guest referee is going to be for that match?
You.
Nope. It's going to be Bruce. So you are totally screwed.
Yeah,
are you still having a lot of trouble with him? Is he still giving you a hard time?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
We're good friends.
I want you to tell him. Yeah, I know you're probably saying that because he's looking over your shoulder and you don't want to get in trouble with him. I'm going to tell you something right now, Easy, and I want you. If you ever have any problems with that guy, you tell him.
Yeah.
You tell Bruce. You say, hey, Matt Connarton's got my back, and if you mess with me, Matt Connarton's going to give you the horns. They say, you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Except in this analogy, I would be the bull, I suppose. I don't actually have horns of my own, but I might have to see if I can procure some prosthetic horns, and I will go there and he'll get those horns. Or maybe just, I don't know how expensive it is to have that done. Maybe just.
We're wasting a lot of time.
Maybe just one horn if I can't get two, and then I'll be like a unicorn. By the way, Eric,
next thing you know, it'll be 5 o'clock, and I'll miss all my time on this. We're wasting our time with this.
Well, I have a very important question for you, though. Now, this brings something to mind, and you're a wise man. I believe you're in your early 70s. Why do we call it the animal with one horn? Why do we call that a unicorn? Shouldn't it be called a unihorn?
I have no idea, and I really don't care.
I hope that you will look into that for me if you have some time, if you could do some research. But don't let Bruce try to help you because he will only sabotage you.
Yeah.
And by the way, one other thing about Bruce, I've recently, and I want you to have this information for your own protection, Eric, because I don't trust that guy. I recently hired a private detective to dig some things up on him. And now I don't want you to panic. He's not a serial killer or a sex offender or anything like that. But
nobody cares about this
he's
guy,
something.
by the way.
You need to know this, Eric. He is something far worse. And this is what I found out. You know what that guy Bruce is? He's a communist. Okay, so I want you to be very careful. I want you to be very careful around him.
You never know. He could be listening. So let's change the subject.
He could be listening,
Matt.
And I hope he is listening. And I just want you to know, Bruce, I'm going to be looking into those horns. And I'll leave it at that. But my goodness, I'm very concerned about you, Eazy-G, and we're looking out for you.
On a more serious note, let's have a moment of silence for Lenny Papa just died.
Yes, a moment of silence is fantastic on
just a couple seconds
on the radio
right now.
And will you let me know when it's over? How will I know when it's over?
Yeah, you have to be quiet for like 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Starting now.
1, 2. Was I supposed to do
there you go. No, you're supposed to be quiet now. Let's do it for 2 seconds.
Wait, you just said there you go. It was already done. I don't understand.
We're supposed to remain quiet for 1 second.
What? Oh, only 1 second?
There.
Okay, that was a second, right?
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
I think he died today.
He died today, and I feel, Eazy-G, that by you and I being quiet for 1 second, I feel that we have helped him on his way to heaven or perhaps purgatory, depending on what you believe. But
he's up there with the Macho Man.
But he's up there with the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Yeah, I was very upset when he died. I cried like a baby.
He's one of your favorite wrestlers, I've been told.
Macho Man Randy Savage is my all-time favorite wrestler.
And his brother is not? Probably not.
And who is not?
Do you care about Lenny Papa?
Lenny Papa? I believe it's pronounced
Poffo. Do you care about him or just Macho Man?
I do care about Lanny Poffo. I do.
Oh, Papa, yeah.
I remember.
His name, like the.
Do you remember Eazy-G when he early in his career he would come out, he'd have the frisbees, he'd have the poetry on the frisbee, so he would read his poem from the frisbee and then would throw the frisbees out into the crowd. And I remember thinking, why isn't this guy in the main events with his brother?
Yeah, we haven't seen him on TV in a long time.
Well, he's dead now. Oh, in a long time.
I realize that,
yes.
but we haven't seen him back in, 30th anniversary of Monday Night Raw. We haven't seen him for a long time.
Yeah, that is true.
Come back, which is good, We need to push the young guys.
Right. So you're glad we didn't get to see him before he passed away, is what you're saying.
Right.
But you're willing to have a moment.
I got more breaking news. Stone Cold Steve Austin will not be at WrestleMania. Thank God.
I don't think.
He said he's too tired. He said he's too banged up. Can't do it.
You almost said he's too tired. I was going to suggest he take
he probably is too tired.
He
put his body on the line.
He could he could take a power nap and then go to WrestleMania. I think that would be grand.
Right. He did wrestling last year. I don't know if you call it wrestling, but he can't do it no more, he said. So he's all done.
Uh-huh.
I read the article. He said he's too banged up. He can't do it. So I said, thank you, but no thank you to the WWE WrestleMania.
I think that's wise.
I think it is. No Rock, no Stone Cold. It's great.
Oh, by the way, I just want you to know this, Eric. I hate to circle back, as Jen Psaki used to say, or probably still does now that she's on MSNBC. But just so you know, you are supported and cared for. Rocky Huber in the chat room also is not a fan of Bruce.
All right, enough of that guy. Let's
go
into the report before
I've been saying that for months. Enough of that guy. I'll tell you. Tired of hearing about him.
Boy.
He's out of control, and he puts you in danger.
Let's go with the report, because I spent 1 hour rewriting the whole thing. So.
You really put some work into it, huh?
It's just messy,
Yes, it's messy. Well, here, let me play your theme music. We have to do this right.
Let's get it over.
Yes, whether Bruce likes it or not.
True.
I hate that guy, Bruce.
Oh, come on, stop it.
You want to know about stock market crashes?
I hate him.
COVID-19, drive-bys, celebrity gossip. Eazy-G's got ya. Entertainment report style. That's why I'm easy.
Cause ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, set, go.
Telling you though,
it's kind of old news, but
he's getting the horns.
Groundhog Days, and I was able to stream it on my phone, and I tell you, it was crazy the amount of people there. It was only like 10 degrees out, and of course the Groundhog saw his shadows for 6 more weeks in winter. But it's just for fun. It doesn't really mean anything.
No, that is a lot of people don't know this, Eazy-G. But that is legally binding. So what happens is, here's how it works. And it's actually this is in the Constitution, Eazy-G, so this is very serious. And it's mentioned in the Declaration of Independence as well. If the groundhog sees its shadow and then we don't have 6 more weeks of winter, that groundhog will be slaughtered and replaced for next year.
You're fibbing.
Excuse me?
This is your fibbing. Anyways, we'll move on to
no, that's true. Look it up.
It's a happy Lovers Month, so I always say show your love to everybody. So your significant other, make sure you show extra love to her this month.
Extra love.
Yep.
Is that your message today?
Yep. Another thing, my goal, and your goal every day is to show up at the studio and not get fired, right?
That is, yes. That is my goal.
Well, I got a new goal for myself, is when I get up every day, of course I have not done this every day, by the way, is wake up every morning and not complain about everything, which I think is a good goal to do. When I wake up and say, I'm not going to complain. Don't always do it, but that's my goal every day, not to complain.
Just don't be like Bruce. Is that what you usually do? You wake up every day and complain?
Yeah, all right, enough of him.
Enough of him. I agree. I hate that guy.
We're dedicated to this group. I just heard this morning, boy, they were really good, the Concord Coachman. Did you hear him this morning on Peter White?
Did I hear who? I'm sorry?
The Concord Coachman. They're a bunch of people that get together and they sing Barbara-style music. I don't know if you like that stuff.
I missed that, actually. So Peter had them on the morning show today?
Yeah, they sang a couple songs, yeah.
Oh, cool.
They promoted their gigs. He said, hey, come back when you want to promote some more stuff.
Well, very nice.
Dedicated to the Concord Coachman.
By the way, Fredo in the chat room, our friend Alfredo Enrique Benavides, says that the original Punxsutawney Phil was actually burned at the stake. Did you know that, Easy?
Oh, come on now. You're lying.
Well, because
you're lying, pants on fire.
No, he has to get it right. If he gets it wrong, he must be killed. It is the law. Please read your Constitution.
We're on to more topics here.
Yes, please.
The ConcordCoastman.org. You can go on their website and leave a message, and it's going to get back to you. And we also got another band that's singing some Barbara's music this month. But I gave it to my activity boss, and she said, "Well, I mean, check into that." So, and they've also sang at nursing homes before. So, if you like that kind of music, I do. So they might be coming around to where I'm staying. So that'd be fun.
Now you're a musician.
Better than staring at the walls, you know.
Have you thought about seeing if they need a drummer? Because I know you play the drums, and would there be room for that in what they do?
They don't usually have a drummer.
They don't usually have a drummer, but it could be something.
Like that kind of music, Matt?
It could be something innovative. Well, it's not something I would sit around listening to, but I do certainly have tremendous respect for what they do. I mean, anyone who can pull out
really
those.
Good. They were on the show today. They were really good. Wow.
Yeah. Fredo points out, "Give me accurate winter predictions or give me death," is the old famous quote. You've heard that, right?
I have not.
Scott Robinson is asking, "Where's John C. Hopwood?" As our entertainment reporter, Eazy-G, have you seen John recently?
No, he's been missing in action lately, but he does that sometimes.
He does.
I've been known to disappear for a while, but I try not to do that anymore. Because Peter said, "Don't do that. We don't know where you are."
Well, that literally is true. Yes.
So, anyways, let's move on to one of my favorite ladies. She's going to be coming around. She's probably here right now. Unfortunately, she has some business she has to attend to. I'm not going to get into it. But on a more happy note, she's going to be appearing at tomorrow. People always say I don't talk about stuff 3 years from now, so this is tomorrow at Twin Barns Brewing, 5 to 8 a.m. She's only here for the weekend at Meredith. Saturday, February 4th at Foster's Tavern in Acton. And both shows are free, 6 p.m. to 9. But I just wrote on here, I said, don't forget to tip your bartender and your waiters. Sometimes people go to these events and they kind of forget about those people, so why not bring their name? Why not bring that statement up, you know?
Now, Easy, I hate to be a stickler here, but I don't know if you realize it, but you just spoke about this individual and never told us who you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry, Amanda McCarthy.
Ah, good. Thank you.
Yeah, true. Not everybody knows who she is. Right?
Yeah, when you just start talking about somebody in your report and you give a bunch of information about where they're playing and what they're going to be doing, and you don't mention the name, it's that's not really.
Amanda McCarthy. I'm sorry, I forgot that, and I rewrote the whole thing. I should. I'm embarrassed. Okay, Amanda McCarthy gigs.
How embarrassed are you? Do you have egg on your face?
Yeah, something like that.
Egg on your face.
I got a quick funny story of Amanda McCarthy. A couple of years ago, I saw her at the Saskeen. You know what that is? And I saw her across the street from the SNU Arena, back-to-back days. And I tell you, boy, that was probably one of the best 2 dadays of my life, back-to-back Amanda McCarthy shows.
Wow. Would you say the best 2 days? Like of any 2-day, 48
one of them, yeah.
Of any 48-hour combination?
See her one night and see her the next night. That's never happened before.
That's never happened before.
And I always say, after I see her, I always get a glow, at least for a couple hours. It's called the Amanda McCarthy glow. I told that before. She laughed.
Fredo in the chat room says, Eazy-G will know if they need a girl playing a guitar. Boing, he says.
Yeah, God knows I know plenty of them.
You do like the ladies.
So anyways, we're going to move on to another great artist. Katie Delvin's got a lot going on, believe it or not.
Yes, I do believe it.
She's got new music coming this year, which is great. She's working on it. I get updates all the time on her emails.
You do?
Yeah. I do. She sends it to me. Everybody. It's not only me, by the way.
Wouldn't it be great, though, if she sent it?
She does a good job. She says, hey, Eric, I got this going on.
What if she did send it only to you? What if she did send it only to you? Wouldn't that be special?
I have a feeling that's not the case.
No, but I'm just saying if it was, though, wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't you be like, wow, that's pretty cool?
It would be, but I have a feeling it's not.
I have a feeling it's not as well.
Yeah, well, anyway, she's going to be playing next month. March 10th at Elements Books, Coffee and Brew, Bifford, Maine, at 6:30. And she's also going to have a donation jar. So you might want to help her out that night. It's free to get in. And then March 16th is going to be a Bell Brick series featuring her at Laconia. Tickets are available. I might have other artists here. Tickets are available at the door. She didn't say, but I bet other artists will be there. $10, 6:30 p.m. doors, 7 p.m. show. And this is exciting right here. Every Wednesday, starting on February 22nd, March 29th, and May 31st, April 26th. He's doing like a something called the Songwriters Roundup. She used to do it online.
Uh-huh.
And it's live at the Hermit Woods Winery, left or at Meredith, and every Wednesday until they don't do it, I guess. And she'll have artists on there. She had it on her email so small I couldn't even read my glasses.
Oh my goodness!
So you will see wonderful artists there, along with her, obviously.
Now
that's exciting. Every Wednesday. One Wednesday of the month.
Eric Pilcher in the chat room, our friend from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and of course he does Eric Pilcher's classic film review. He has revealed in the chat that Katie Dobbins also sends him the same emails. Are you jealous?
No, I'm not, of course. The more emails he sends out, the better.
I would be. I'd be super jealous. I'd be like, oh!
No, I'm not super jealous.
Okay. Good.
So anyways, we'll get into the world of wrestling. I know people love the world of wrestling.
Hey, wait, before you...
I was gonna get into the Royal Rumble, but since that's old news, I'm moving on.
Everyone knows the Hulkster one.
Everybody knows results, so I don't have to go over it again. You know what I'm saying? That's old news.
Thank you.
Thursday.
Yes. By the way,
moving on.
We have a question in the chat. Fredo wants to know. He says, "Ask Eazy-G who is playing at the Shaskeen this weekend."
I have no idea.
Okay.
That's why it's called the Mini Entertainment Report.
Oh, it's a mini entertainment report. That's new. I didn't know that. Wow.
So, anyways, I'm sorry about that. Well, we're moving on to. This Saturday, by the way, Vengeance Stand and Deliver. I'm getting into the NXT lately. I don't know why, but it seems to be a pretty good show. They have some WWE guys from the main roster come down and do stuff. It's great. 8 o'clock on Peacock. I don't really know a lot of their names, but on Peacock you get $4.99 a month on TV. Whether or not you can get it on a smart TV or a tablet.
Can't believe it. Oh yes. Now, do you currently have a tablet?
No, but Robert Dion has my tablet. Believe it or not.
Well, it's not your tablet anymore. It's his tablet now.
No, he used it.
You gave it to him.
Put it to good use.
You gave it to him. Now it's his tablet.
Well, you're going to laugh about this one. February 18th, we're moving on to Elimination Chamber at the Bell Center, Montreal, Canada.
What's happening in Montreal, Canada? And why do you say it that way? That's weird.
Elimination Chamber.
Oh, the Elimination Chamber, yes.
Yeah, another step to WrestleMania.
Yes.
You're going one of those things, your life is never the same. I have to believe it. Those things are pretty brutal. See, what happens is they have 6 people or 6 girls, ladies in the ring, and they usually have a match before that to determine who comes out first. Then, like every 3 or 4 minutes, another person comes out, and then the match only starts when all 6 are in the ring. And I tell you, they've had some brutal matches over the years. I don't know if you've seen some. Wow.
Now, Fredo in the chat room says, check out Wired for Sound Saturday at the Shaskeen. And he also says that he will be playing at Hair of the Dog in Derry from 7 to 10 tomorrow, Friday night the 3rd.
Great.
Very nice.
Yeah, I've been watching AEW last night. I don't want to talk all about them, but
good entertainment
they seem
reporter.
to be into the blood. Do you believe that John Moxley was all cut up, or do you think he cut himself up?
I don't know. I did not see it, but I do know that John Moxley is not afraid to bleed, unlike, say, for example, Jesse Ventura, who famously declared in his big scene in Predator, "I ain't got time to bleed."
Do you think they want to do the blood stuff on AEW to be more out there than WWE? Of course, they say they're only PG.
I do think so. I've noticed in AEW also, Eazy-G, and I don't know how you feel about this, but sometimes the language is a little salty.
Oh, I know.
Ooh.
But I know it's old news, but we don't need to go in who won, and everybody knows. So AEW is a little more edgy, I've noticed.
Mike from Queen City Cabinetry is in the Facebook live chat. Paulie C, of course, from Retro Spectrum Radio with Paulie C, says he doesn't.
I've heard of that guy.
He doesn't know who's at the Shaskeen, but he can tell you who's wrestling on USA Up All Night next Thursday.
Oh boy.
And Crystal has a question. Crystal says, did Eazy-G watch the 50th anniversary special of Schoolhouse Rock last night?
I did not.
And
last couple of nights I fell asleep like at 7 o'clock. I've been so tired.
7 o'clock, yeah. And it's
Peter White goes to bed around that time because he has to get up time for him to do his morning show.
I don't think he goes to bed at 7. Fredo.
No, but
Fredo says
he does go to bed early. He said it on the radio.
Now you have a compliment from our friend Alfredo Enrique Benavides in the chat. He says Dutch.
Oh wow.
Dutch from Predator would lose in a fight against Eazy-G. Throwing that out there.
Well, I don't know who that is.
From Predator.
Yeah.
You've
never
seen
one more thing about AEW. You know the
yeah.
thing you posted on Facebook a while back? I think they're called the Elite.
The Elite.
And you said they were the best entrance that you've seen in the history of wrestling.
I did not say that, but I did say that their entrance when they returned was when they came out to Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas. I thought that was very cool. I didn't say it was the best, but I thought it was very cool.
That's the Elites, right?
Sorry?
They're called the Elites?
The Elite.
Is that their name?
Yeah, it's the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. When they're together, they're the Elite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was a great entrance, too. I saw it the other day when I was watching AEW.
You enjoyed it?
I don't really focus on a lot of AEW. I try to focus on WWE because I like them better, but they do have some interesting characters like that MJF. He was trying to get the guys going and always going to give a lot of money to this guy I never heard of. He wants to be yes man. He wants to be taken care of, so he doesn't wrestle him for an hour at the next pay-per-view. But you know what will happen? He have to wrestle that guy. It's just a storyline, you know.
yeah.
And that money isn't even his, by the way. It's like monopoly money. It's not real money.
Right.
I was wondering.
Yes. That's I think everyone.
I would love to see him in WWE, but his contract doesn't sell. Contract goes for another year, I guess. He's only a free agent beginning of 2024. If I remember the story right.
The bidding war of 2024.
Vince is always going to be around, but if he has anything to say, he'll give him whatever he wants, right?
I don't know if it'll be up to Vince. There was some news today. Yet another lawsuit has been filed against Vince over
I'm saying if it's up to Triple H, I think he'll give him whatever he wants.
I think
of course, he won't be able to be that salty over here, so that might not work.
Yes, you don't. The language is not as salty on WWE television, but in AEW,
no, but if the money's right, he can get rid of the salt.
Eric, I don't know if you've seen this in AEW. They use the S word. It's scandalous.
They do. I heard the S word.
Scandalous.
Yes, I'll let the B word. We won't repeat that on the radio. We know what that is.
Oh.
But if the money's right, he'll be less salty. I guarantee it.
Now, Eric Pilcher in the chat room says that MJF recently signed a contract extension.
Say that again?
Eric Pilcher in the chat room said that MJF recently signed a contract extension.
Well, I guess he's not coming to WWE then.
Now, who would win in a match between MJF and Dutch from Predator, in your opinion?
MJF, he's a dirty player.
That's right.
So anyway, I forgot about this. You love this. The annual St. Patrick's Parade in 2023, which is this year. I don't know why I said that. It's a free event down Elm Street, rain or shine. March 26th at high noon and 11 a.m. the St. Patrick's Day Shuffle. A fun time for all, except for you, though. You're not a fan of it.
I don't do parades. Now, you said rain or shine, but what if there's a volcano and the streets are filled with
they do have it if it rains, but they
lava.
won't do it in monsoon rain.
Now, Fredo in the chat room says also this Saturday, Ben Harris will be playing at Fody's in Nashua. Fody's?
Yeah, see, I only do a limited, like I said, a small entertainment report.
Right.
If you want to hear a lot of the local stuff, you have to listen to the Peter White Morning Show with Robert Dion. He does all the other stuff that I don't do.
Well.
You don't do no wrestling report, as you well know, but he's really good at it. So you want to listen to it. Or you can watch, you can log on to Manchester Inkling and get his full report on there.
Okay, a triple threat match between you, Rob Dion, and Dutch from Predator. Who wins?
Oh, boy. I don't even know who Justin is.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm going to end the report with March. It's a high month.
And
then, of course, right now we're on the road to WrestleMania 57. It goes Hollywood, but I go whole thing on here, but nobody wants to hear me talk about April, so we'll hold off for another day. But anyways, it should be announced maybe this Monday, the Hall of Fame list, and I heard that Batista is going to be the headliner, which makes sense to me, and I'm guessing that Triple H will be his inductee.
I would imagine so. By the way, Scott Robinson has paid you a very nice compliment. He says, Easy, you are the OG. Do you know what that means, OG?
I think, remind me.
The original gangsta.
Oh, wow. I mean, I do watch a little bit of NXT. I don't know if you have lately, but it seems to be interesting. Booker T as the main guy on the TV. You like Booker T? Don't hate the game, hate the player.
I do like Booker T. I just recently showed Jenny the time that he that clip of him calling Hulk Hogan a very bad name on live television.
Yeah, he was the only old fart to show up, but I didn't mind because I like Booker T. He was only there for 2 minutes. And
Fredo says that Tyler Allgood is also playing at Two Share tomorrow night, as is Slim Volume. Slim Volume is playing on Saturday night at Two Share. Yeah. Well, remember Texas Mike one time he made a bigger, I don't do this here, by the way, if he's listening, Texas Mike. He called up one time and corrected Robert Dion. Boy, was that a bad idea. Why was that a bad idea? Tell me more. Because he doesn't, because he likes to do his entertainment report. He doesn't want anybody calling him and correcting him. It was kind of rude, you know. So he's a professional, you know. So you don't think that Texas Mike should have called Robert Dion live on the air and corrected him? After he called, he says, "Well, I really didn't need him to call." So Rob was up. I would never do. He's professional. He runs a professional place, you know, and he does a lot of professional stuff. So he doesn't play games, you know. So Rob was upset with Texas Mike. Oh, he was. Really? Oh my goodness! Yeah, he called up and corrected him. Robert Dion, he's a professional. You know, he does his things. You know, top of the line. He doesn't want to be called and told about the mistake he made. Now, Fredo. I would, if he's listening, I would never do that. Right. Fredo in the chat room says, "I'm determined to get to squeeze some local entertainment into Eazy-G's entertainment report." Well, I did have a local item in McCarthy. Local stuff, I think in New Hampshire. People always say, I don't want to hear about our stuff in Pennsylvania. Right. Well, that's that's different. I mean, that's. No, but I was proven to be a good thing because Angelo Philberg's brother went down there, Stephen Philberg. Remember that? So you said that was a good thing. I did. Yes, it vindicated you. But going forward, I just don't talk about those. We see a lot of shows coming. She's doing this month, but nobody really needs to know those. Well, by the way, they're all January shows, so definitely don't need to have... Oh, yeah, whoops, I forgot about April Cushy. Well, I ended with her. Oh, my God, how could I forget about my friend April Cushy? Yes. So we'll end with that. Does she know that you call her that? Probably not, but I don't think she'd mind. Really? You don't think she would? I kind of think she might, but okay, go ahead. Yeah, true. I should call it by personally. I'm sorry if you're still saying April Cushman. Hang on a second. I got to put my glasses on. Yes, please put your glasses on for the April Cushman portion of your report. We would appreciate that very much. Yeah, you're probably right. That was when I didn't know her real name. So April Cushman. She's a professional singer in New Hampshire. So she can play every Wednesday at 6 o'clock in Killington River Shop. And, of course, it's a ticketed event. So if you want to get tickets, I'm assuming they'll be available at the door. And then she's doing, her brand new song is out called Smoke. It's available on all the platforms, Spotify, Apple. You can just download it. And I already heard the song. Very good, as usual. And she's playing at the Rex Theater. Here we go. Rex Theater, 603-668-5588. And $29 tickets with Charlie. I can't remember his last name, so I can't say it. CHRUNOPULUS. Is it Chronopoulos? Yeah, apparently she's doing 2 shows on February 12th. He's doing So Far Sounds in Boston, the ticket event, and later on, that must be an early event, because then she's doing February 12th, the Capitol Theater of Arts. Doors are at 7, shows at 8, tickets at $39.50, $49.50, $59.50, and Lone Star is the main act. That's a great show if you want to go get some entertainment. Now, Fredo in the chat room has paid you a nice compliment. He says, Eazy-G's segment on local entertainment deserves an Edward R. Murrow Award on how in-depth and relevant it is. Now, people always saying I talk about events that are 6 years from now. So this one's tomorrow, February 3rd, Poor Decisions Brewing Company with Brad. I don't know if you heard of this guy, Myrick. You ever heard of that fella? Myrick. I don't think so. Memrick. And he's playing with her April Cushman, obviously. 8 o'clock. It's a ticket event, and that's in Tilton. Now, what's the name of the place? Poor Decisions? Poor Decisions Brewing Company. She plays a lot of places that sell a lot of alcohol. Do you feel that you've made some? Do you feel that you've made some poor decisions, Eazy-G? Oh, many. That time I called up Peter White looking for tickets and became a prize pig. That was a poor decision. Yes, I did send it. I did send that little video to my friend Karen from Gotham High School days.
86 Classic like me, and she said, wow, she says, it was kind of wild. She didn't really understand what happened. I said, the main thing is, like, I shouldn't have called for tickets that day, and I became a prize pig. She goes, you're right, you should have done that.
Yeah, surprise
I learned a lesson that day.
Prize pig
I used to give Joel a hard time. They used to want free stuff, and when I was on the show a lot back in the day, and then Peter would say, like a second later, how quick he is. He goes, Eric, you do the same thing. I said, whoops.
Yes.
You know, Peter. You know how Peter would always rag on the Moose for showing up the Pussycats and getting his free pass to get us the chicken tenders and fries and drinks or whatever else he could grab.
Making me hungry.
And there was a fake press pass too. Whoops, I should have said that, but it was. That's when Charlie Sherman was around, but now he lives in Florida. So good for him.
Uh-huh.
If anybody cares, Charlie Sherman. Yeah, he used to live around here. He used to do Channel 9, obviously. He did a lot of great things in town. And WGI radio morning show. And then he moved to Florida. So God bless him. That's where people go to retire. I won't be going there, obviously, anytime soon. So,
yeah,
will you be retiring to Florida anytime soon, Matt and Jenny?
What? How old do you think we are?
Will you be retiring with your significant other, Jenny, running over to Florida and retiring?
No.
I didn't think so. Me either, by the way.
Oh,
a lot of my friends have moved down there, but I would never do that. It's too damn hot. That's not my thing.
It's not the heat. It's the humidity.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
I said it's not the heat. It's the humidity. And they have all kinds of weird bugs.
Oh, yeah, alligators. And I heard they got flying cockroaches.
That's not cool. I will never move to Florida.
No.
By the way, Paulie C.
I wouldn't mind visiting, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon either. So
we have a question for you in the chat room. Paulie C. says, ask him if getting married was a poor decision.
No, it wasn't at the time. It was a great decision.
But when did you realize that?
It was one of the best things I ever did in my whole life.
Really?
At the time.
Okay.
It was.
Okay. No regrets. I like that.
But then, no regrets. But then it ended up being, I told the doctor, but that was just, it didn't work out. It was in the cards. Like Peter always tells me, he says, a lot of the marriages, well, not Peter said it, but people told me that's not Peter, but maybe he did. I said over half of marriages in the United States fail. Oh, I think last I knew, I think it was up to 60%. Right. So, as you well know, living with a woman, either married or a significant other, is difficult. No, I don't agree with that. No, it's difficult. It's difficult. I don't find it difficult. Jenny's very easy. For me, it was. Jenny's very easy to live with. That's probably why I'm not married anymore. Right. So you found her. Good for you. Congratulations. You found living with a woman to be difficult, is what you're saying. Yeah, pretty much. Almost every day. Yeah. Almost every day. Wow. Yeah, maybe it was a good for like a couple of weeks. But after that, I said, "Oh, what am I doing here?" So I didn't really say that. I'm joking, but it was to me. I found it difficult after a couple of years. Yeah. So it was good for a couple of weeks, and then a couple of years probably. Oh, a couple of years. I don't know. Weeks. It didn't work out. I don't know why we're discussing this. Weeks or years, potato. I can tell you why we're discussing it, Eazy-G, because as you should very well know by now, for years we've all been fascinated by the fact that you were married, and we just want to know whatever details we can pry out of you. Yeah, I think I said too many. So. You've already said too much, and yet there's so much more you could say, and we would love to hear. Yeah, true. But hey, let's end it with that. If you can get it ready, like Katie Dobbins postcards, please. Oh yes. Now is that song? Let's end it on a good note. When I start talking about my ex-wife, that's not good. That's not a good idea. So you're requesting that I play the song Postcards by a song I heard first many years ago at the Bookery in Manchester, which is a great place, by the way, to get books. The lovely Katie Dobbins. Now, I didn't get a chance. Yes, I met her there years ago. I didn't get a chance to pre-listen to this, Easy. Are there any swears, or do I need to find a radio? Oh, no. Are you sure? This is her uncle and aunt decided to get married at a later age. They always leave little notes to each other, and she decided to make a song out of it. Do you think they have regrets? I don't think so, no. Now, the only reason I asked about that, I know she has a bit of a potty mouth, so I just wanted to make sure, No, not Katie Dobbins. I'm just kidding. She's a religious lady. I know that. I'm just kidding. We love Katie Dobbins. She is lovely. We've had her on the show, actually, a number of times now. Yeah, hopefully we'll have her on the show again, but She'll let me know, she said.
By the way, Easy, Miriam Banish joins us in the Facebook live chat. She says, it takes some work to be in a marriage for 35 years. Yep, in June, we will celebrate 35. So I think and congratulations, Miriam. So I think what Miriam is saying is, Eazy-G, if you could have just hung in there for 35 years, you would have been fine. It would have taken some work, but you would still be blissfully married today.
Yeah.
You got to put in the work.
You never know.
Uh-huh.
Well, I got to go because you're going to have your 5 o'clock guest coming up. So
yes, he is. He is in the building.
I read long enough for a mini entertainment report.
Well, that's what a fantastic entertainment report, Eazy-G. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
And remember,
we'll figure out a date for next week.
And remember,
you're a busy guy. I love that. You're busy. That's great.
And remember what I told you to tell that Bruce guy, right? If he messes with you, he's gonna get.
I gotta go now.
He's gonna get the prosthetic horns. All right. Well, Eazy-G has left us, but we do have to play him out. We'll hit his music here.
Oh. Easy. You want to know about stock market crashes, COVID-19, drive-bys, celebrity gossip? Eazy-G's gotcha. Entertainment report style. That's why I'm easy.
Cause ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, set, go.
All right, Eazy-G's entertainment report has officially concluded, and we're going to finish up the segment. We'll go ahead and play Katie Dobbins, Post-it Notes. I was just kidding, of course. Katie does not swear in her music, and she has a lovely voice and very talented singer-songwriter. And then we'll play, and then I think we'll play something from our friend. I opened the show with that track, Dead Man, but there's actually a couple of different versions of it from Taylor Hughes, and we're going to get him in here, and we're going to talk with him, and he'll play for us coming up in the second hour. I'm really looking forward to this. I love his voice. So we'll do that. So we'll play Katie. We'll play something of Taylor's, and then we're going to show some love to our amazing sponsors. And then when we come back for hour number 2, Numero Dos, Taylor will be with us. So stick around for that. This is going to be great. I'm really looking forward to this. Oh, and I see our friend Rita in the chat room. Yes. She says, whoop, whoop, Taylor S. Hughes. Absolutely. I saw somebody else in there too talking about, what does Rocky say? Rocky says, what if Easy's roommate is Bruce Lee? Be careful with the advice till we figure it out, LMAO. That's a good point, Rocky. All right, so we're going to play this little Katie Dobbins, and we'll be back. Don't go away. Plenty more to come today on Matt Connarton Unleashed.
Nothing brings a smile to my heart like pedaling beside you on this mountain built for two. I knew right from the start, this love is not a race we're gonna lose. You are beautiful, you wrote on a post-it note, hung it on the fridge for me while I was still asleep. Save a smile for me, you wrote it on a post-it note, and I woke up to your words in the morning. I've always had so much love to give. You challenge me to trust myself and all these things I feel. I'm changing and I feel so alive. Skating on this hidden pond with you right by my side. You are all I need. You wrote on a post-it note, hung it on the fridge for me while I was still asleep. Make me all that I can be. You wrote it on a post-it note, and I woke up to your words in the morning. You're gonna be the reason for the crow's feet when I'm old. You're my lifeline, and my lifeline, and I know life is always better when there's two. This cottage is built for one. Can I share it with you? Fill this wooden box with all our dreams. I can't live without you. Will you be my family? Because I love you. You wrote on a post-it note, hung it on the fridge for me while I was still asleep. I'm the luckiest thing. The words you wrote it on a post-it note. Wanna wake up to your words every morning. I love you.
She's been on my mind. Try to see her, but she says she ain't got time. I've been losing my brain the past couple of days. When I called her, she said she's with what's his name. He's a dead man. He's a dead man. So I finished my cigarette and I slammed my beer. Gonna find out where you're at, 'cause I know you ain't around here. So I ran to my truck and I reached in the back. Found them leather gloves and that wooden baseball bat. He's a dead man. He's a dead man. Headed to your house about 3:30. Walked inside to the shock of what I'd seen. Said, what are you doing, girl? You know you're supposed to be with me. Then he stood up real fast and I knocked him to his knees and I said, you're a dead man. Yeah, you're a dead man. Done, a hush fell over the house. Said, what are you doing, boy? You know that is my kid. Mean girl, just where have you been? Said, I tried to tell you this before, but you just wouldn't believe. Mama kicked him out, now this is where he sleeps. So you better be running, boys. The cops will be on their way. I'll pull out her drive, and this is what I heard her say. Said you're a dead man. Oh, you're a dead man. Yeah, I'm a dead man.
Come on down to the Hop Knot at 1000 Elm Street, Manchester's premier craft beer and gourmet pretzel bar. Tell us more, Trudy.
We make our dough fresh every day. We make a variety of styles of pretzels and serve craft beer, cocktails, and a few bottles of wine. We do the traditional pretzel, and we have multiple flavors for that. We also do stuffed pretzels, pretzel sandwiches, free dessert pretzels, and pretzel knots.
The Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan Plaza at 1000 Elm Street.
Bring your kitchen to life with Queen City Cabinetry, located at 87 Elm Street in the historic Sunbeam Mall in Manchester. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They can be reached at 603-222-2007 or on the web at queencitycabinetrynh.com. Come see the possibilities. Queen City Cabinetry, another proud sponsor of WMNH.
Clemento's Pizzeria, family friendly, awesome for a date night. Clemento's Pizzeria, For delivery, call 603-782-8450. Clemento's Pizzeria, the best pizza in town. 1875 South Willow Street in Manchester, New Hampshire. Best cocktails around. Come in as friends and leave as family.
This hour on WMNH is sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 5 Dartmouth Drive in Auburn. They serve all your business needs, including employee benefits planning, corporate design and business administration, investments and wealth management, and customized business insurance solutions. Their phone number is 866-841-4600 or on the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.
WMNH, rip the knob off.
Welcome back, everybody. We are into hour number 2, numero dos of Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire, also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. And hello to all of our online listeners across the nation and around the globe. You can go to my website, mattconnerton.com, for all of your live streaming options, social media links, contact info, show archives, etc., etc. Today is Thursday, February 2, 2023. So nice to have you all with me. We have a great guest we're going to introduce in just a moment, but just a couple of quick notes. Today is Thursday, which means tonight is trivia night at our amazing sponsor, The Hop Knot, right across the street at 1000 Elm Street. Bill Cini, of course, who does trivia on Wednesday mornings on the morning show. Thursday nights, he's at The Hop Knot, starting at, I think the new time is 8:30. So just make sure you call ahead if you want to get in on the trivia, because those spots do fill up quickly. Also, today is the first Thursday of the month, which means immediately after this show, I'll be making my monthly call in to the Dr. Kevin Show, which airs online on the Ohm Times Radio Network. And the first Thursday of every month, I join Dr. Kevin and we talk about politics and current events and so forth. So for those of you, if you get to the end of today's show and you say, oh my God, I need more Matt Connarton, as long as you don't mind sharing me with Dr. Kevin, that is an option. And if you don't get a chance to listen to that live, of course, there will be an archive of it up. And of course, tomorrow on the show, Fridays are very busy around here. On the show, on this program, we're going to have Huey the Gecko is joining us in the second hour. He is a musician, and that will be very interesting. And then, of course, we have Grain of State of Mind with Rob Azevedo. And then tomorrow night on Retro Spectrum Radio, I'll be back, of course, for that. I'm one of Paulie C's co-hosts on that show, along with DJ Steve. And we will be joined by Mike from Queen City Cabinetry, one of our great sponsors here at WMNH. And it'll be Mike's first time on any of the shows here. So there's a lot going on, a very, very busy week. And I am really looking forward to speaking with this gentleman. And I love his voice. And you're getting some love in the chat room, sir. Our friend, our new friend, Taylor Hughes is here. Hello.
How you doing?
Good. I got to adjust this camera, get you in there, get you in the shot there with the giant cardboard Peter Whitehead. So it's like you're not everyone gets to perform a duet with the giant cardboard Peter Whitehead.
I love it.
He doesn't sing very loudly, though. You probably can't even hear him, but that's him. Yeah. So welcome. People are commenting in the chat. They really like that song, "Dead Man." Yeah. Very cool. You got a hell of a voice.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
Absolutely. I understand this is your first radio interview.
This is one of my first radios. Yeah. This is my first time on the radio.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. We have a mutual friend, Rita, who I guess she's been helping you and you were working with, unfortunately, he, as many know, he passed away not long ago. Mike Zaker, better known professionally, of course, as Michael Spalding. Yep. And you guys were working together, and was he kind of mentoring you? Is that?
Yeah. So I met Mike a couple of years ago through another mutual friend that just happened to say, "Hey, you got to hear this kid," and then showed him my stuff, and he said, I got to work with him. And then we started, just recording little bit by little bit and just hanging out. And I'd go see him play. He'd come see me play when he could, when he wasn't playing around the whole state,
Yeah, he kept up a pretty full schedule. Yeah.
He was booked pretty well and good.
Yeah. And he actually, the version of Dead Man, because there's a couple versions of it. I played the one at the top of the show that's just you, and then there's that other version that Mike is actually on that with you.
Yeah, shredding it up.
Yeah.
He really knew how to do that for sure.
Did you play shows with him? Did you ever open for him? Or
I never opened for him or did anything like that. But there was times when I would show up unexpectedly to some of his shows, and he'd be like, "Hey, get up here!"
Oh, no kidding.
And he'd pull me up and he'd make me play a couple songs.
Oh,
and stuff
very
like
cool.
that. And we did we did like Tennessee whiskey and stuff like that together. And
Yeah.
he would just shred and do his thing with his pedals and stuff.
Yeah.
And he'd just have me sing it.
Oh, that's awesome.
There was so many good times with him and his family.
Yeah.
It just breaks my heart.
Oh, me too. He was so just enormously talented, and he'd been in a number of different bands. My just briefly, I know listeners have already heard the story, but my connection with him was so unfortunately, I never really had the opportunity to get to know him personally very well. I knew him more just from around the music scene, and I had been in other bands where we would. We might play a show that he was on, and I think I promoted some shows that he was on. But I have a very specific memory. I got to play live with him once.
Yeah.
And the way that came about was, so Mike and we actually were in the same band, just not at the same time.
Really?
So I think he was an original member of a band called First Shove. And Mike had left that, and again, he'd been in a lot of bands. I'd forgotten until I did the tribute show to him. I'd forgotten that he had been in Stoic, which was I think that might be where I met him originally. But anyway, so he was in the band First Shove, and he had left, and that band had a lot of change, a lot of turnover in that band. Rich Burke, who may be listening, hi Rich, if you are, he was the one constant in that band. But Mike had left, and I came in to replace not Mike, but the bass player who had left. So Mike was already long gone, and he was doing his solo stuff as Michael Spaulding by that point. So now I'm in the band, and then Rich was getting married, and Mike was, of course, in addition to having been bandmates, they were really good friends. So of course, Mike was going to be at Rich's wedding. And Rich had this idea that we should do, that First Shove should play at the wedding, because we were all going to be there anyway. Everybody in the band was going to be at the wedding. So why not play live? We'll bring our gear and we'll play live. And he had talked to Mike about playing the set with us, which worked out well because we were down a man anyway, because Dave Scrow, who had replaced Mike on guitar, had recently left the band. And we were actually just playing as a 4-piece. With Rich as the sole guitarist. So it was like, well, we're down a guy anyway. Mike's going to be at the wedding. Let's play with Mike. So I got to share the stage with him, or not really a stage, but a corner of the reception hall with him for that one show. So that was a really cool experience, getting to play with him live. And,
sounds like you forced him to do something that he loves.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I remember too, I said to him afterward, because it was so much fun. I said to him afterward, I was like, dude, do you ever think about coming back? And I sort of half kidding, because I knew he wasn't going to, because he was living in Massachusetts, and he was, doing his solo stuff and involved in a lot of other things. But I was sort of half kidding, but it occurred to me it would be pretty cool, because I really enjoyed playing with him. And I think Rich said something to him like that too, but it wasn't going to happen. But it was so cool to get to play with him. And that's always been a nice memory anyway. But of course, after I heard of his passing away, that, kind of takes on a new meaning for me. It makes that memory that much more special. So, so that's kind of my connection to him. I never really got to know him that well personally, but I have that connection. And also just, in the music scene, even when someone you might not know very well passes away, when it's somebody who just, because everybody kind of knows everybody else, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Especially around here. So it's like, when somebody passes away, even if you didn't know them very well, it's like
impact.
It's
the impact that on other people.
Yeah.
That you see that impact on those other people,
Mhm.
and it impacts you.
Yeah.
Like music aside, Mike was a phenomenal person.
Mhm.
You know, he had a heart of a lion. Like, he was a great father. Like, he had all the best, like, of everything you could ask in a friend.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He was just that guy, you know, and that smile that would, like, across the room, you'd be like, oh, there's Mike.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And he'd come right up to you, you know. He was just that guy. He was just known as that guy, you know. And
Yep.
just such a big presence.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I would love to hear something if you want to. You know, you've got your guitar. If you want to play something, and I'll kind of, let's see. I want to make sure I got we got your guitar mic there too. I'll have to kind of mix as we go. But yeah, anything you want to play. I just want to hear you sing, man. I love your voice, dude. You got a great voice.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. So
Absolutely.
I think I'll do a little cover for you.
Cool.
It's a little Luke Combs.
Okay.
Some things in life are made to fly, and others they were born to run. Can't tie them up and leave them like the changing of the seasons. Good things that come and then they go, like a runaway southbound train, like an Arizona desert rain, like a lightning in the sky, like fireworks in July, like a left field home run ball, like a whiskey shot at last call. That girl, she's meant for moving on. That girl, she's going, going, gone. Can't say it wasn't meant to be. Maybe meant to be's misunderstood. Can't hold on to letting go, or change the way the river flows. Loving her's like roping in the wind, like a runaway southbound train, like an Arizona desert rain, like a lightning in the sky, like fireworks in July, like a left field home run ball, like a whiskey shot at last call. That girl's just meant for moving on. That girl's just going, going, gone. Got one bit to stick around. It's no use trying to slow her down. Like a runaway southbound train, like an Arizona desert rain, like lightning in the sky, like fireworks in July, like a left field home run ball, like a whiskey shot at last call. That girl's just meant for moving on. That girl's just going, going, gone. Going, going, gone. Going, going, gone.
Wow, beautiful.
Thank you.
You know what's cool too is I don't know that song, so to me, I wouldn't have. Like, if you had played it and not said it was a cover, I wouldn't
Just
have known.
like I wrote it, right? That's my evil plan all along.
There you go. There you go. If you're just joining us, we have Taylor Hughes in studio with us. And how did you learn to sing? Are you self-taught, or did you take lessons? Or
so I never took any lessons, singing wise. I picked up a guitar when I was about 7 or 8 years old.
Oh, wow.
My father's a musician. He's the man responsible for this guitar being in my hand today.
Yeah.
I have so many inspirations, but my father being my biggest hero, absolutely. I remember the day that I'd come. We were in his apartment. He was cleaning and doing his thing, and I remember it was "Last Child" by Aerosmith.
Yeah,
and it was playing. He was blaring it, and I walked in the room, and he had this pink Strat just in the corner there, and this big full-bodied mirror. And I walked up, grabbed the Strat, and I was like 7, 8 years old, like playing like this, like acting like I was Joe Perry, you know?
Yeah.
And he basically from there, he's like, "You want to learn how to play it? Sit down."
Nice.
And from there, it's here I am.
Yeah.
It's just constant progression. Little bit by little bit, 24 hours at a time.
That's awesome. We have a call. I think this is our friend Gary on the line. Hi, Gary.
Hey, Matty.
Yes.
What a voice.
Yeah, I know, right?
What? Awesome. I'm a Luke Combs fan. I'm a country fan. And wow, that's one of my favorite songs.
Oh, cool.
That's one of my favorite songs. And I love his voice. And man, he just hit those notes just right, like Luke Combs. And wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Is he, do you just like country genre, or do you do others?
So I was raised on everything from Prince and Elton John to Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Conway Twitty, and Alan Jackson. So I have a wide variety of lots of different things.
Yeah.
I love Alan Jackson too.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs from him is not too many people like it, is "Wanted."
Oh.
I don't know if you know that song.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I wish I knew how to play that one.
Yeah,
that's one of my mother's favorite songs
It's about
of all
him
time.
putting an ad in a newspaper for a woman, and telling him that he's sorry, for his imperfections and stuff. And I think your voice is just wow. Maddie's got some really good people coming on. There's so many different genres, and for a country, you got that country boy, voice, and I'm just amazed. And I can sing, but I can't. I don't have a voice like that. Wow, I am just so impressed.
Thank you so much.
I'm so impressed. Honestly, this ain't no BS. I'm impressed. So,
thank you so much. I love it.
Yeah.
Well,
I hope, Matt, you gonna let him do another one?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, great. Okay, I'll get out of your hair. Have him do another one. But man, just fantastic. And as always, Matty, I love you, and send my love to Jenny.
Of course.
Oh, you gotta tell her I got a new crock pot today, so I'm gonna be cooking. So, but
all right. Well, very good.
Yeah, just.
All right, Gary.
I love the voice. Just keep singing. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
All right, Gary. Thanks for the call. Bye-bye. All right, that was our friend Gary. And you want to play another one?
I will. Absolutely. So he had mentioned Alan Jackson, and that's one of my mother's favorites.
Oh, okay.
So I figured I'd play one, kind of dedicated to her if she's listening. I love you, Mom. So here we go.
Excellent.
It was painted red, stripe was white. It was 18 feet and about stern. Second hand from a dealer in Atlanta. I rode up with Daddy when I went there to get her. Put on the shine, put on the motor, built out of love, made for water. We ran her for years, the transom got rotten. The pace of my childhood never be forgotten. It was just an old plywood boat with a 75 Johnson and electric choke. A young boy, 2 hands on the wheel. I can't replace the way it made me feel, and I would turn a short knife, make her whine. He'd say, can't be the way an old wood boy rides.
Just a little lake across the Alabama line, but I was king of the ocean. Dad let me drive. It's just an old half-ton short bed Ford my uncle bought new in '64. Daddy got it right. The engine was smoking, a couple of burned valves, and he had her going. He let me drive her, we'd haul off the road down a dirt strip where we dump trash off a thick pin road. Sit up in the seat, stretch my feet out to the pedals, smiling like a hero that just received his medal. It was just an old hand-me-down Ford with a 3-speed on the column and a dent in the door. A young boy, 2 hands on the wheel. I can't replace the way it made me feel, and I would push that clutch and keep it right. He'd say, "Little slower, son, you're doing just fine." Just a dirt road with trash on each side, but I was Mario Andretti, and Dad let me drive. Well, I'm grown up now, 3 daughters of my own. I let them drive my old Jeep across the pasture at our home. Maybe one day reach back in their files, pull out that old memory, and think of me and smile and say, it's just an old worn out Jeep with rusty old floorboards hot on my feet. A young girl, 2 hands on the wheel. I can't replace the way it made me feel, and she'd say, turn it left and keep it right. Straighten up, girl, now you're doing just fine. Just a little valley by the river where we ride, but I was high on the mountain. Daddy let me drive. Daddy let me drive. Oh, he let me drive. Just no plywood boat, 75 Johnson, electric choke.
Awesome. Love it. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Absolutely. If you're just joining us, Taylor Hughes is with us here in studio, and you're getting a lot of love in the Facebook live chat, by the way. And by the way, yes, I can confirm your mother is listening. she said so in the chat room. So, and we have a call. Our friend Ron is on the line. Hi, Ron.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is just unbelievably good. That's for sure. I wanted to know, is this a part-time thing or a full-time? I mean, is this how he earns a living or what?
I do have a full-time job. I'm a union carpenter, so I do this as much as I possibly can. I tell people all the time, it's like I'm a carpenter by trade, but I don't want to do that no more.
Yeah,
I'd like to do this.
Yeah, I don't believe it. Good for you, brother. Just incredible. That's all I have to say. And if if Rob Acevedo's listening, I hope maybe someday he reaches out and you guys all do it again up at Paulie's camp thing, because I keep saying Paulie, but I mean Rob.
Yes.
That place where he has all the bands and the music and that kind of thing. That'd be great.
Yeah, Pembroke City Limits. Yep.
All right, I'm going to hang up and let him go. But do you do any Leonard Skinner? You've got that voice, you know.
I wish I did.
That's all right. There's enough other people who do Skinner. Don't worry about it. That's what I say. All right, Ron.
Okay, guys. Have a great night, and what a nice voice. You sound terrific, buddy.
Thank you so much.
All right, Ron. Thank you for the call, my friend.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And if you have anything for our guest, Taylor Hughes, any questions or input at all, of course, you can call the studio line, 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. W Subaru in the chat room says, hi, hashtag, they're greeting your mother. Hi, hashtag Mrs. Hughes. You got quite a son you got there, we said from us, W Subaru. Also, John, I'm never sure how to pronounce these kinds of names. Therio, thank you. I had a feeling the T was silent. John is in the chat room giving you a lot of kudos.
Of course he is. I feel like my phone's buzzing out of my pocket here.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Mike from Queen City Cabinetry, one of our great sponsors here at WMNH, he says, I think the last American Idol winner was a carpenter also. Interesting. Let's see. I saw a couple other people too. Nikki Bones says, somebody signed this kid. Wow. Yeah, Nikki Bones was in there early too. Tom Blanchard says, where have you been all my life? Yep, he's really digging what you're doing. Absolutely. Suzanne Houghton Gilmet says, what a great son. Very nice. Yep, your mom said, I'm listening, baby. Love you. Very nice.
I love you, Mama.
Let's see. Jason Fedderson enjoying what you're doing. Rita says, if you want to see him live, come on out to the Saddle Up Saloon in Kingston, New Hampshire tomorrow from 8 to 11 p.m.
Tomorrow night.
Very good. Very good. So you do the full 3 hours. When you play live, is it mostly covers? Do you mix in any originals or?
Yeah, I have a lot of covers. To make up 3 hours worth of music. Is a lot. I do have a lot of my originals that I do. I pick and choose throughout the night. It's more so to work a crowd with the covers and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I have a lot of originals and a lot of covers that I do.
Jenny says, "Wow, just wow." Christine Seelig says you can follow Taylor Hughes on Facebook at Taylor Hughes Music. Yeah, you getting a lot of support in there. Justin Kasnick says killing it, brother. Very nice. Yeah, they came out for you. They're in the chat room. Awesome. You want to play another one?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. So I do have some songs out on iTunes and Spotify. Anywhere you can buy, sell, listen to music.
Excellent.
I tell people that all the time, and this is one of them. This is a song I wrote about growing up and people that I love, my family, friends, and there's some truth to these stories here.
Okay.
But this is my song Back Road. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Here's another song about a back road. Those memories and no one knows. Wish I could go back and live those days of gold. Here's another song about a back road. Those days they passed, oh so fast. The tires are squealing, my foot's in the gas of that Dodge truck as you're next to me, looking so good in your faded blue jeans. Well, I might have to admit it was fun in that dirt pit where I shoot my guns. Or my grandpa always told me, boy, shoot straight and slow your heartbeat. Here's another song about a back road and those loved ones that mean the most. Wish I could go back and see that friendly ghost. Here's another song about a back road. Well, I was 16 sneaking out with two buddies in my cab, and we tried to drift around that tree. Swerved real fast and got thrown out the seats, and I was scared to death to tell my mom. She'd say what the hell was going on through thick head. She pulled me close. Long as you're okay is what matters the most.
Here's another song about a back road. Those memories no one knows. Wish I could go back and live those days ago. Here's another song about a back road. Here's my song. So many songs on the radio. Here's a story of my own. Here's my song about a back road and those loved ones that mean the most. Wish I could go back and see their friendly ghost. Here's another song about a back road. Here's my song. Here's my song about a back road. It's just another song. Oh.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Great song. Melanie, our friend Melanie La Liberty from the great state of Vermont says, okay, this is getting weird. I live on a back road.
I wrote the song to get it stuck in your head.
There you go. There you go. Jason Fedderson says, do you walk around the job site singing? Actually, that's a great question.
I absolutely do. People tell me to shut up.
Oh, for real?
All the time.
Yeah.
Hey, country boy.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of song ideas come to you while you're working?
A lot of stuff comes to me while I'm working. I tend to get caught up in my head like most people all the time. But as a musician, it's like, it's hard to stop those thoughts some days, but some days it's just blank.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Day and day.
How old were you when you, because you mentioned kind of your origin story as a musician, how old were you when you started actually writing songs? Do you remember?
So, I believe I wrote my first song, I think it was my freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
I think I was 14.
Yeah.
And it was just 3 chords and you know, the truth, I guess. It was just a sad song, and you can find it on iTunes and Spotify.
You did? Oh, wow. Okay.
So I went out of my way to put it out on iTunes and Spotify and all over the place, right?
Yeah.
And I like I said, I wrote it when I was about 14, and I don't know how it was just a sad breakup, heartbreak song.
Yep.
And it's called "Silly Dreams."
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know why I wrote it, but I did. And from then on, I was like, wow, I guess I got to write some bad songs to get to the good ones.
Well, it can't be that bad. Yeah, obviously, you recorded it. I mean, did it change much from when you first wrote it?
I mean, yeah, I feel like all songs progress as they go. You know, I threw in just now in Back Road for the first time. I swapped the last chorus to the second chorus when I usually do the first chorus all the way through until the last.
Yeah,
you know, it's just how songs just build and what you want to call they just change.
Yeah,
they just change. They develop in different ways. It could be 3 chords, but then as soon as you add a loop pedal to it. There's so much you could do with it,
right?
You know,
right.
But yeah, that song was just sad. That one was just sad.
Yeah. Where do you record?
So I had my buddy Rob Ellis help me. He was dating my sister at the time, and she introduced me to him, and he's like, you know, I do some recording and this and that, and you know, just home studio, you know, out of Franklin, New Hampshire, and he pulled me in, and he was like, dude, let's get down to work, like, let's do it, you know, and he's a rap artist, so he's like, this is foreign to him, totally foreign, so like putting both of our music minds together was super fun to do, but it could be challenging. For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, Franklin, New Hampshire is the answer to your question.
Okay. Yeah. So, how many songs have you recorded with him?
So, I think in total, I think we have 6 songs finalized and recorded. I'm not putting out the others.
Yeah.
I have the 3 that are out, and I had a 4th one out that was out on iTunes and Spotify that he was on, but we had come to the conclusion just take it off, and it'd be better to just have just my solo stuff up on there a bit without throwing other people on.
Yeah. Were you not happy with it, with how it came out? Or?
We were both really happy with the way it came out. It was just a silly song that we wanted to put out, and we did it. And then with like the DistroKid going through, like I was re-signing my agreement, my plan through DistroKid to keep my music online, and he was like, "Do you really want that one on there?" And I was like, "Yeah." He didn't really want it on there, so
so
I was like,
so he wasn't happy with it.
He wasn't happy with it. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we just kind of came to the conclusion to just take it down. I don't really know. There wasn't much to it other than just that. You know?
Yeah.
But
well, there is something to be said for, you want to kind of obviously control what the world hears to some degree as as you're building and shaping your career. And sometimes those are hard decisions, and it's to your credit that you were able to come to that conclusion, or you and he together were able to come to that conclusion, because a lot of musicians don't how should I put it, a lot of musicians don't always know better in terms of letting things out there that maybe aren't the best reflection on especially if they're evolving, maybe aren't the best reflection on where they are now.
Yeah.
It's easy because sometimes it's easy to say, well, this is something I did. I just want to put everything out there. But sometimes that can do you more harm than good.
Yeah. Almost like diarrhea of the mouth.
Yeah.
Just put everything out there as much as you can, but me being a perfectionist, if I did that, it would just drive me crazy. It would just drive me crazy.
By the way, Rita said in the chat room, working on studio with a smiley face.
She's been hounding me about that.
Yeah.
She's like, you need to get into the studio.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt. Yeah. Do you want to play another one?
I absolutely will play another one.
Cool.
So I have a little backstory to this one. I feel most people have heard this song before, but a little backstory behind it. Me and my father, back in the fall of 2019, we decided to go down to Nashville, Tennessee for just a little road trip and vacation kind of thing. And one night we decided to go out on Broadway, and we decided, we're going to get some food and listen to some live music, some good burgers and some live country music.
Yeah.
And it was going to be a great time. Me being underage at the time, I wasn't allowed in any of the bars past 5 o'clock, so they were carding at the door.
Yeah.
And so we went from bar to bar to bar to bar. We just want food. We just want food, and they wouldn't have it. So they pointed us down to the end of Broadway, down to George Jones's Bar and Barbecue, and we got in there and we got some food, and there was a band going, and they were playing all of our kind of stuff like the Allman Brothers and this and that. And singer came off stage, and I flagged him down, and I was like, "Hey man, you sound really good playing all of our kind of stuff. We love it." And we kind of got into, how me and my father do a father-son duo up in New Hampshire, this and that, and got to talking, and he says, "Oh, you sing? You play guitar?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You want to get up and play a few?" And I'm like, "Ha, ha, ha, ha." And he's like, "No, for real, but it's a 2-song minimum." And I'm like, "No, you're serious?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I asked him if his band knew how to play these songs, which obviously they did.
Right.
And this is one of them. And so here we go.
All right.
Holding the Nazareth, I was speeding about 10:30. I just need some place where I can lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just grinned, shook my hand, knows all he said. Take a load off Fanny, take a load for free, take a load off Fanny. Take the load, put the load right on me. picked up my bags, I went looking for a place to hide. When I saw Comet and the devil, they was walking side by side. I said, hey, Comet, come on, let's go downtown. She said, well, I gotta go, but my friend can stick around. Yeah, take a load off Annie, take a load free, take a load off Annie, and take the load, put the load right on me. Go down to Miss Moses, there's nothing you can say. It's just old Luke and Luke's waiting on a judgment day. Well, Luke, my friend, what about young Annalie? Said, do me a favor, son, won't you stay and keep Annalie company? Yeah, take a load off Annie, take a load free, take a load off Annie. Hey, take the load, put the load right on me. Chris Chester followed me and he caught me in the fog. Says, I will fix your act if you take Jack, my dog. I said, wait a minute, Chester, no, I'm a peaceful man. You said, that's okay, boy, won't you feed him when you can? Well, yeah, take a load off Annie, take a load free, take a load off Annie. Hey, take the load, put the load right on me. Catch your cannonball, now to take me on down the line. My bag is sinking low, and I do believe it's time to get back to Miss Fanny. You know she's the only one who sends me here with her regards for everyone. Yeah, take a load off Fanny, take a load free, take a load off Fanny. Hey, take the load, put the load right on me. Yeah, right on me.
Awesome. Taylor Hughes is here with us. That's great. That's the best version of that song I think I've ever heard.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's my favorite. I mean, granted, I've heard the original a million times, like everybody has, but that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that a lot. Much. Absolutely. A gentleman named Wayne Hughes is in the chat room. I think you suspect
that is the old man.
Well, he said in the chat room, tell the story of the Martin.
Of the Martin. Oh, so this past year has been pretty crazy for me. A lot of huge changes in my life, and music being one of them. Me really focusing on my music in 2022 has it just a wild ride through the summer and stuff like that. So I had this Martin that I had gotten, I believe it was like Halloween 2016, and I had that guitar forever, and I played the guitar. It was a studio model, and that guitar was so loyal to me. Yeah. I loved that guitar to death. And this past summer, I exploded it, basically, playing it.
Oh, really?
As much as I was playing, and through so many gigs, it just gave out.
Yeah.
And I had enough. had enough. So
what do you mean? Like it started to fall apart?
Started falling apart. There was dead strings. You know, there's pickup problems. The saddle here was coming up. There was dead frets.
Yeah.
There was just a lot. There was a lot of reasons why I should have been playing a studio model Martin gigging every weekend, once, twice a weekend.
Yeah.
So I beat the bag out of that guitar, and over time, every tip, every bar tab that I'd gotten from different vents and venues and stuff like that, I saved and saved and saved and saved and saved, and I had my mindset on this on a D18 Martin D18.
Yeah.
Everyone plays them, you know, from Clapton to Tyler Childers and all these crazy guys. They all play D18s. They're reliable. They're workhorses. You know, they're great. So I need one. Why not? Because that's what musicians do. You know, we're like, that guy's got it, and everyone's got that guy's guitar. So maybe I need to have one too.
Yep.
Right. So I had my mindset. And I didn't want it in the natural tone, so I wanted it in the different tone. And when I went in, they didn't have it in the tone I wanted. But they had this sitting on the shelf right here in Manchester, the Music Mill. And I was like, what is that? And this guitar was far over the budget compared to the D18. And one day, I don't know, I guess it was just a God shot. I walked in and there was a pink tag on it.
No kidding.
And I was like, the D18 was my dream workhorse, but this guitar I'm playing right now, which is this custom shop Martin.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Is my dream.
Yeah.
It's my dream guitar. And I said, I want that guitar someday, but I need to get the D18 to get this guitar.
Yeah.
And that little pink tag said otherwise. And I said,
I'll be damned.
That's the one I'm getting. So
yeah.
I grabbed it, picked it up, and I said, you know what, I'm going to save every single penny. I had to put it on layaway. I said, here, just put it away. Make sure no one takes it because I need this guitar. And, it was something about it. I picked this guitar up, and it just grabbed me. It just grabbed my soul.
Yeah.
It was, it's hard to explain. The connection between me and this guitar is unlike any other. I think that covers the bases, Pop. If you're still listening. My father, I grew up around my father has had the same DCM, Martin DCM, little cutaway.
Oh yeah.
And he's had that Martin. He's older than me.
Oh wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So when I forgot, I left this part out. I was playing that studio Martin and it exploded. And then I was like, hey Dad, can I play your guitar for a little bit? So I played his guitar and beat it up. Yeah. Beat this old guitar up. Now it's older than me. He's like, this thing's older than you. Take care of it. This thing's older than you. And I played it for a good solid 3 months.
Yeah.
Just every weekend, once, twice, 3 times a weekend. And just really grateful for him.
Yeah.
For sure. Like I said, I wouldn't be anywhere without him.
Yeah.
So, it's unreal. The gratitude I have today is just through the roof.
Do you guys play together still?
We do. So a lot of my shows, I have my father. My father usually comes and watches me. You know, moral support.
Yeah.
And he'll bring the mandolin, and he'll sit in with me and play a couple songs with me. And he used to just bring the mandolin because I was playing his Martin.
Oh,
so
okay.
we didn't have another guitar for him to sit in on.
Yeah.
And so usually I'll play like a full set, and then I'll have him come up for the second set, and we'll play like almost a full set together and, and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's like a little, I don't know, it's like a family show.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it. You know, it's turned less into the Taylor Hughes experience and more so into like the Taylor Hughes show featuring
all that's
all
cool.
These, you know, and it's really great. It's awesome, you know, to be able to play with my father is just,
the
man's my hero when it comes to music. So
when you guys were in Nashville, did you get to play together in Nashville?
So we didn't get to play in Nashville together.
Yeah.
So at that the George Jones bar, I got up and I played The Wait, and then I played Blue Sky by the Allman Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first song that I learned through and through and was able to play with my father. It was Blue Sky.
Yeah.
And I ripped it up there, and they liked me, and they were like, dude, we're playing tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at Layla's. You gotta come. So they carded the door at 5. So me and my father went there at 4.
Yep.
Snuck in. We stayed all night, and they got me back up on stage again. I wish I still have the card somewhere that was little scratchings of something to get the band's name, and I have his phone number and stuff like that. I'd have to call him and stuff like that. But
yeah,
they got me back up on stage at Layla's bar, and then they had my father come up. My father did a couple songs, he did the Rolling Stones tune, and it was just unreal.
Oh,
it was
wow.
great. Yeah, it was great.
Our friend Ron is calling back. Hi, Ron. Ron, you there? Oh, he may have pocket dialed us. Okay. Well, that's all right. We talked to him earlier, but do you want to? We got time. You want to play one more?
Yeah, I'll play one more for you. There's plenty of versions. You've heard both of them from the solo one that was recorded, and then the one that I did with Mike. But I figured I'd do a little acoustic version of Dead Man here for you guys.
Nice. Okay, cool.
So when you're a singer-songwriter, you sit down and you want to write music. It's weird. You can sit down in a happy mood and a sad song come out. You sit down in a sad mood and a happy song come out. This time I sat down and I didn't really have a mood. I kind of just sat down with a blank slate, and for some reason this song came out of me. This story came out of me. And you guys have heard it already. So this one here is called Dead Man, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Got this little thing, she's been on my mind. Try to see her, but she says she ain't got the time. I've been losing my brain past couple of days. When I called her, she said she's with what's his name. Yeah, he's a dead man. He's a dead man. So I finished my cigarette and I slammed my beer. Gonna find out where you were at, 'cause I know you ain't around here. So I ran to my truck and I reached in the back, grabbed them leather gloves and that wooden baseball bat. Yeah, he's a dead man. Yeah, he's a dead man. Headed to your house about 3:30. I walked inside to the shock of what I'd seen. I said, what are you doing, girl? You know you're supposed to be with me. Then he stood up real fast, so I knocked him to his knees, and I said, you're a dead man. Yeah, you're a dead man. So I rolled up my sleeves and I wiped my brow.
After the beating was done, a hush fell over the house. She said, what are you doing, boy? You know that is my kin. I said, what do you mean, girl? Just where have you been? She said, I tried to tell you this before, but you just wouldn't believe. My mama kicked him out, and now this is where he sleeps. So you better get running, boy, the cops will be on their way. I pulled out her drive, and this is what I heard her say. She said, you're dead, man. Yeah, you're a dead man. Yeah, I'm a dead man. Whoa, whoa, I'm a dead man. Yeah, yeah, I'm a dead man. Whoa, whoa, I'm a dead man. Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. Taylor Hughes, everyone.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I love it. Mike from Queen City Cabinetry, one of our sponsors, says, very nice. I would hit rewind to hear that again. And Tom Blanchard says the guitar sound is amazing. And he said, I love how you include your dad. And your dad says, that's my boy. Very, very nice. Very nice.
I love it.
Taylor, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. We are about out of time, but before we go, I want to make sure anything we should know about in terms of social media, how to keep up with what you got going on. Plus, you got a show tomorrow night that Rita mentioned. And
Yeah. So I do have a show tomorrow night up in Kingston at the Saddle Up Saloon, 8 o'clock, 8 to 11. And you can follow my music page on Facebook at Taylor Hughes Music. You can find me on the TikToks at I believe it's Tay_Hughes_music. You can find my music on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you can buy, sell, listen to music. You can even go, hey, Alexa, play Back Road by Taylor Hughes.
Nice.
And it'll play.
Fantastic. Yeah, Rita said in the chat, been doing a good job, Taylor. Proud of you. Oh, and Jake Holmes says, way to go, Uncle Tay.
Hey.
Yeah, very good. Miriam Banish says, amazing voice. Awesome. Taylor, thank you so much again. It's been a pleasure. And, when you, in the not too distant future, when you got some new music out or anything else you want to, we'll have you back,
Absolutely.
This has been wonderful. And I'm happy that we were your first radio interview. That's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful.
Absolutely. You're very welcome, my friend. And if you missed any part of today's show, it will be up in just a little bit at WMNHradio.org and at my website, mattconnarton.com. So, and if you did miss any of this, I suggest you go back and check it out because this was a lot of fun. All right, Taylor, thanks again. And we're going to get out of here. I will talk to y'all a little bit later. Bye, everybody.